Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And thank you for joining us here for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Tim Lammers. Our top story here, a car just veered into a highway construction zone on Route 9 and rear-ended a DOT worker's car with him inside. Police said the driver of that car was showing clear signs that he was drunk. Fox 61's Victoria Anderson spoke with a first responder who was there at the site after the collision.
It was a matter of seconds between life and death for a Department of Transportation worker when he was struck in his car by a drunk driver off of exit 34 of Highway 9 Thursday night.
Yeah, literally seconds.
Sergeant Luke Davis had a front row seat to what was almost a deadly drive in Berlin Thursday night.
I was one of the troopers that was actually working on that job.
It was around 9 p.m. Thursday when a driver going northbound on Route 9 veered into the left lane and exit 34 off-ramp, which was marked off for construction.
It's an active construction zone. There's people outside of vehicles that are working on the roadway. So they're putting their lives at risk, and we are out there to help keep them safe.
The driver tried to slow down, but rear-ended a Department of Transportation officer in his car.
It was actually luck for him because he had literally just gotten in his vehicle to move forward in that pattern, and it was right at that point in time where that collision happened.
The driver has been identified as Brian Ayers. Police say he smelled like liquor and had an empty bottle in his front seat.
Everybody is out there trying to do a job, and we need your help to keep us safe.
The transportation officer didn't suffer any major injuries. A stroke of luck lost on some.
DOT has seen 33 incidents this year so far of construction workers who have been struck in construction patterns. We had 2 troopers who were seriously injured just last week with a motor vehicle accident.
Sergeant Davis hopes with construction ramping up in Connecticut, drivers still remember what's important on the roads.
So drive sober.
Getting everyone home safe.
And that driver is now out on bail. His first day in court will be July 31st. Reporting in Berlin, Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.
A small plane went off a runway while landing at Hartford Brainerd Airport this afternoon. The airport had to be temporarily closed for a few hours. Officials said the plane's front landing gear failed. Now, Fox 61's Valerie Moravi's at the airport with more on what happened.
Yeah, crews were out here at the Hartford Brainerd Airport right on the side of the runway for nearly 3 hours after the Hartford Fire Department says one of the planes had a problem with the landing gear. The Hartford Fire Department was called to the airport around 1:45 Friday afternoon. Officials say they believe the plane experienced a front landing gear failure, resulting in a minor accident. The plane was able to successfully land at the airport, sliding off the runway. No injuries were reported. The fire department says there was no fire and no type of fuel spill. Now, the airport had to temporarily close as a precaution as crews worked to remove the plane. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. In Hartford, Valerie Moravi, Fox 61.
A new at 6. West Haven officials have installed several cameras around the city, not to catch speeders. Rather, they've been put in areas where people have been illegally dumping things in the past. But that's not all. They're also using cameras to monitor flood-prone areas as we're getting close to hurricane season. Actually, we're in hurricane season now. Fox 61's Jamel Johnson spoke with officials as they rolled out a new camera on Beach Street.
Several public enhancement safety projects are on their way to West Haven, like this surveillance camera behind me. And the beauty of them is that they can be moved along the shoreline to monitor at-risk areas in the case of emergency.
They're mobile units that are brought around to different locations where we determine that there's a risk of any type of criminal activity.
These lot cops will be monitoring areas across the city. Emergency Management Director Rick Fontana and police rolled out this camera on Beach Street.
We don't have to sit somebody there to watch. These are the eyes that can watch what's going on. We can make decisions, deploy resources in a very quick, timely fashion.
But the mobile cameras aren't just watching out for lawbreakers. A big part of the initiative was to help increase safety on beaches.
When we looked at the entire project, it kind of centered around the shoreline. Tragedy in Texas all had to do with fast-moving water quickly. If we anticipate there's going to be storms, we have cameras that are looking out at the entire beach.
The cameras have 24/7 surveillance with viewing ranges of several miles from its location.
Literally, you could see a few hundred feet. Then we have a PTZ camera, pan, tilt, zoom, and we can actually zoom out to the break wall, which is 2.5 miles from here.
Sergeant Charles Young says the cameras have already helped officers respond to scenes faster, and they anticipate an arrest for a case of illegal dumping soon.
We've had incidents at the beach where the cameras were instrumental our dispatchers and or command staff inside the building can direct our officers to the problem area. Before this, we would have to go find it.
These cameras are a part of a $2.4 million upgrade to infrastructure. Along with the cameras, West Haven plans to install better body cameras for officers, dash cameras, and call boxes. Fontana says this project is about 85% complete.
They kind of reduce crime, they increase public safety, but they really could save a life.
Sergeant Young says that the city has considered adopting speed cameras that places like Middletown and Washington have already seen success with. But for now, he hopes that these cameras deter criminal activity and speeders. In West Haven, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
All right, now to Cromwell, where a family is shaken after their jet skis and trailer were stolen straight off their property while they were sleeping. Fox 61's Tim Lateau has the exclusive interview with the wife, who's now asking the public for help.
Not even a lock and chains are enough to stop well-equipped thieves, as a family in this Cromwell neighborhood had their jet skis and trailer stolen, towed right out of their driveway.
It makes me think that they're professionals, right? It's not their first rodeo. It's not their first time doing it. Like, they're skilled and they know what they're doing.
Masked by the darkness of night, alleged thieves hitched up the trailer and whisked it away in less than 10 minutes after cutting through numerous locks and chains, keeping the jet skis docked to this stone wrought iron fence.
They were able to hook up the jet skis. We did have locks and chains and things all over it. And they were able to cut through that super quickly. They were maybe in our driveway for about 10 minutes, and then they were able to get out.
Alexandra Dabkowski's family loves the water, but had been looking to sell their pair of jet skis and trailer, valued at $30,000. They feel targeted after their advertisement on social media.
They were posted on Marketplace, and so Facebook Marketplace, and so it makes me think that, you know, they were able to target us and find us from there, and probably came during the day to scope it out and see what it's like and if it's going to be accessible and easy for them to do.
Unless the jet skis are found, there's no chance of that sale after the bold theft just feet from where the family was sleeping.
It feels like our privacy and our security was violated, and it's tough knowing that, you know, you think that you're living in a small community, that you're safe, and you never assume that something like this is going to happen to you, and then this just makes it so real.
The family that used to sleep easy and play hard on the water is now left feeling like their sense of security has been washed away.
This happened on our property, like you said, and super close to the bedrooms that we sleep in, and so it definitely feels like an invasion of privacy and security.
The family is offering a $2,000 reward for information leading to the return of their jet skis. Anyone with that information can contact the Cromwell Police Department. In Cromwell, Tim Lateau, Fox 61.
Well, some good news is coming for folks in Torrington who can't stand the potholes on the road there. The State Department of Transportation gave that city $3.5 million to fix Mudgeon Avenue. Here's Celine Arif with more on how long they think it's going to take.
Right now, if you try driving down parts of Mudgeon Avenue, you might need to find a detour because parts of the road are closed off for construction on weekdays between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m.
While the construction might be an inconvenience right now, between the lunch rush, employees at SALT 2.0 tell me the avenue itself
very bumpy.
is an even bigger inconvenience.
I moved here about 6 months ago, and Mudgeon Ave is definitely the most messed up street in this town. It sucks, you know, all those bumps and stuff, they mess with the front end of your car. She lives over there, I gotta go over there to drop my sister off for school.
But the good news is for Israel Martinez and everybody else who drives the avenue, relief should be coming soon.
It essentially is rebuilding that whole stretch of road. So it involves repaving the full road, new curbing, new sidewalks, with an additional that it will be expanding the sidewalk 9 feet, making it a multi-use trail.
Richard Lopez is the Torrington Economic and Community Development Coordinator and says he appreciates the patience while crews work on the avenue in sections. They started mid-July from the north end of Route 4 and will continue working down south.
It's going to be a very nice, aesthetically looking side of town, and it's a continuation also of what we're currently doing on Railroad Square. So it allows for a nice connector between Mudgeon Avenue into Railroad Square, which is currently where our train platform is being rebuilt as well.
And for those living in Torrington, they say they can't wait.
Even at night, especially when it's darker, trying to maneuver stuff, trying not to hit nothing, it's going to be a lot better once they fix it. It's going to be real nice.
The project is expected to last about 6 weeks, but city officials say it is well worth the wait, and your tires will thank you. Reporting in Torrington, Celine Arif, Fox 61.
Celine, thanks. We got a good news update. The missing Groton woman we reported on yesterday has been found alive. She's back safely with her family. The family of Amber Gochi told us she was found late last night. It's still not clear to us where she was found or who found her. Police said Gochi had been last seen at her Groton apartment on July 8th. Her family did thank everyone who helped look. Sandy Beach at Crystal Lake in Ellington is back open. The town's recreation department closed the beach down Wednesday because it wasn't suitable for swimming. Officials say stormwater runoff, high temperatures, and other environmental factors were likely the cause there. Naugatuck Animal Control found 2 emaciated bulldogs roaming on a road earlier this month, and ultimately this helped them to find even more abused dogs because police said they were all owned by the same man. The dogs were first found July 1st near Morning Dove Road. Officials brought them to a vet to get treatment. Well, police said Matthew Harris came to pick them up the next day. So Animal Control did a welfare check at Harris's home and said they found 5 other dogs there who were malnourished and had skin infections. Animal Control did seize all the dogs and are now taking care of them. As for Harris, he's been charged with animal cruelty. He's due in court later this month.